So you spoke on stage about how much Bergman means to yourself and to sort of Swedish cinema and culture.
Yeah.
I mean, a true master, really, of
Yeah.
cinema. How much of a pleasure is it to bring Bergman to life in Faithless and to be able to bring a character that he created and onto screen?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many nuances to that, because this is actually I think the most personal script that Bergman ever wrote, because this is about his own life. The character that I play is based on one of Bergman's great loves. And this is something that happened to him, and you could see in all of his filmography, he comes back to these themes of adultery and betrayal and shame and sex. And so it's obviously something that he was very obsessed with. And it felt a little bit like undressing your hero in a way, to try to come really close to what he really meant with the text. But yet keeping in mind that this is his version. Gun is no longer with us, the inspiration from Marianne. So, but I, as much as I love Bergman and would love to talk about him, I also do want to point out that this is Thomas Alfredsson's take on Bergman. This is our adaptation and our version of these stories. And I think, I mean, it's bold of him to look at a Bergman project and say, I'm going to rework this. That's something I'm sure a lot of people raised their eyebrows about. But I think the changes that he made were so important to the story. I mean, he really made Marianne come back as a real human being. And as a viewer, you get to see the consequences of her decisions, but also you get to follow the children. Because we all love Bergman, but he wasn't the best with children. They just, kind of pass, except for Fanny and Alexander. And I think that point of view was very important as well.
I mean, it's so much humanity to this, but the characters are so deeply flawed as well. I'm interested to know, do you judge the characters you play? Is it important for you not to judge them? Is that how you access a character?
I think if you judge your character, you look at it from a helicopter perspective, and I that's not how I work. I'm a very intuitive actor. I think, I needed to feel truthful. And to be honest, as much as I would like to say, oh, I've never hurt anybody, oh, I'm so perfect, I've never made a mistake in my life, that's not true. And look at all of us. We live in a society that they say, the living together and being married is the norm, and we all want that, and you shouldn't lie, you shouldn't cheat. But that's not the world we live in. People do. And I can't judge anybody. I'm not perfect myself.
And not to stay too much on Bergman, but one of my favourite quotes, because I was compiling all of the jury statements.
Yeah.
And Ludovine, the head of the jury, said my favourite quote of all of the different sound bites, which was that you belong to the traditional dynasty of Bergmanian actress.
Yeah.
Well, what does that kind of mean to you? But not just that sentence particularly, but just having this kind of support of the jury and having all of these people be so generous and so kind about your work so far.
No, it's really like tearing me up. It's really beautiful. And like the Bergmanian school of acting, like Harriet Andersson, Bibi Andersson, Liv Ullmann. Those are like the heroes. They're the greatest. They're like, the up there. And they are the reason why I wanted to be an actor. And to be mentioned in the sentence of those people, it means so much. And it's now out there in the universe that people think that. So no, that was really a pinch me moment. First of all, to be chosen, but then to have those kind words and words that really resonated with what I am trying to do in my performance, and to really feel that somebody saw that. It meant a lot, yeah. Yeah,
the kind of experiences like this, do they almost validate the hard work in some ways that you've had to put in?
Yeah, and it's beautiful, because shooting star, it means you're on the way. They can see your path, and you get that little extra support. And it's special. We have a wonderful group of people, very different actors, but lovely humans all around. And as actors, you're so often positioned against each other. You're reading for the same parts, or you're competing for an award. Here, it's lovely that we're a group of people doing what cinema is meant to do, which is uniting people and making connections.
Yeah, I love that it's 10 winners, not one. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because in any other award ceremony, there's one winner, isn't there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here we can all be happy for each other and really support each other, and that's so cool.
Yeah. I wanted to just look back on some of your career. I mean, it's been some remarkable credits already. I mean, Viking, Valhalla, and The Witcher obviously are two huge shows around the world.
Yeah.
How do you keep your feet on the ground as an actor? Because obviously, I mean, even just a weekend like this, you're kind of constantly being told how wonderful you are, and you're getting great parts, and your kind of career is 100% on the rise. I mean, Faithless is a wonderful show as well.
Thank you.
How do you keep grounded?
Well, it took me a long time to get here. I mean, I know on paper it sounds great, but in between those, there are 1 million no's. And so many parts you almost ended up getting and somebody else got, and then now they are so much ahead of you. And I'm immensely grateful. I know that I get to go to work and be really proud of what I do, and I know that it's very rare for people to work with their passion. I mean, people ask, especially when we're filming Faithless, because that was a marathon of 120 something shooting days and 4 a.m. pickups, and you spend all day being, sexually assaulted by your ex-husband or in custody battle. It's not easy, but for me, when the alarm rings at 4 a.m., I'm thankful every day. I get to come to a movie set with people that I love, doing what I love. So all those times in between jobs, which are so difficult, it's very humbling. Because as actors, you're only seen when you're on the screen or when you're like at a glamorous premiere. But in between that, there can be months, years when you're not working and you don't get the parts you want. And you have to be your own biggest cheerleader and just keep at it, I guess.
And does that passion you have for the whole craft and the 4 a.m. alarms, are you hoping and expecting that that's always going to stay there, that kind of love for?
Yeah. And if the day I was fortunate enough to have a different career before and to be successful in that, and that was never my passion. So I know what it is to go to a job that many people want but not feeling. And I felt really spoiled, and that made me really sad. It made me, depressed, because I didn't feel like I did something that I wanted to do. I didn't feel that joy. And when I, thankfully, 10 years ago, was able to switch into this career, I know this is where I'm meant to be, and I don't take that for granted. But with that being said, I mean, I don't think it's ever going to happen. But if it comes a day when I don't feel that, I'm happy to leave the stage and have somebody else have that space, because it is a fantastic job.
And just very finally then, I just wanted to ask about, in regards to when you first found out you were a shooting star.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you were when you found out, and who was the first person that you told?
Yes, I remember where I was, and I'm going to completely throw the Swedish Film Institute under the rug, but it was supposed to be a surprise. And we got this email saying, they want to clarify some things. And I got really stressed, and I thought it was something that, me and my agent had, fucked it up, something in the application, so I called the Swedish Film Institute to say, is there anything I can do? I'm really, like, is there more material? Can I help in any way? And then he's like, no, you already got it. Like, don't worry. And I was like, I did? And then he's like, oh, no, the call is tomorrow. You didn't just have it, right? And I was like, yeah, it's tomorrow. And he's like, okay, well, congratulations. I'm gonna hang up now.
Did you have to pretend the next day it was a surprise?
No, he called Tina and European Film Promotion, and we're like, okay. No, but I was standing in outside my apartment in the stairwell, and I was like, just so happy. Yeah. I think the first person I called was actually Gustav, my co-star.
Yeah, we worked with him when he was here.
Yeah, who was a shooting star, and it was just lovely to. He was a big supporter, and we had a lot of fun working together. And he's a dear friend, so he was nervous for me too. And then I called him, and Thomas, of course, I called him as well.
Brilliant. Well, thank you. It's very much deserved. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!
Hey, you guys!